Welcome to Illegal Dogfights. Because today's a holiday, we will not be hosting a brawl. But with these two vicious killers, we can't be sure that there won't be one. But we do want to talk about, should you allow your dog on the bed? So the background for this is that there's lots of social media posts from so-called dog experts and trainers saying in some circumstances it's okay, some are saying never do it, and of course the owners are saying, but I snuggle with my dog all night. So should you allow your dog to sleep with you? Well, if you have a Doberman Pinscher, like I do, two of them, I'm going to say that it's somewhat of a necessity for the dog to sleep with you. They're very affectionate, they're very lovey-dovey, they don't do well not being with you as much as possible. But as all things, you need to do your due diligence and research what breed of dog you have. Every breed is going to be different. Also, if your dog has behavioral problems, or is not very well trained, or growls at you, snaps at you, any sort of issues like that, for the love of God, don't sleep with your dog. These two understand. Down. Juliet, get down. Jack, get down. These two understand that the owner of Illegal Dog Fights is in charge, and this is my bed. I don't have to even tell Juliet to move at night when I get into bed, and she's sleeping right there on my pillow. I don't have to tell her to move. She just moves. Unless she's out cold. She does zonk pretty well. So, okay, come on. Come on, you back on. All right, they do what I tell them. And in hindsight, I probably should have finished making the bed before I told them to get back down here. But, if your dog doesn't do that, not this, that's not what I'm talking about. If your dog doesn't get off the bed when you tell them to, or at any point growls at you, shows you any sort of disrespect or what have you, behavioral problems, as I said, don't let them sleep with you. These two don't go in a crate. We did crate train them. As far as like using the bathroom outside, we did do that. But once we could leave them alone without them destroying too much of the house, we got rid of the crate. I mean, we still have it. We just took it apart. Don't use it. It's just there if we get another dog at some point. So, I mean, if you can't do that with your dog, don't let him on your bed. You need to be that type of person who understands the difference between a well-trained dog and a dog that's a danger to you. Because if a dog's a danger to you, letting it sleep on your bed, it's not going to go well. If you don't want your dog on the furniture or on the bed, that's on you. That's your decision. I'm not going to tell you to do it or not do it. I'm just saying that take into consideration your breed, especially a dog breed like the Doberman Pinscher. They do not like being away from their owners, and they're extremely affectionate, more so than any other dog breed I've come across. And actually, that affection and bond with their owners is why they are no longer used as military and police dogs. Because when they would get transferred from one handler to another, they would get depressed and miss their original handler because that was who they were latched onto. Now, if you have something like, I don't know other dog breeds as well as I know the Doberman Pinscher. So if you have other breeds, you're not necessarily going to get that type of attachment. So do your due diligence. Understand that you may need to talk to a trainer. And ultimately, if you're comfortable with your dog in your bed, that's your business. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. Oh, he got too close to you? And that little correction that she just issued him, that is what a lot of these trainers are talking about. If your dog does that to you, don't let your dog sleep with you. But her doing that to him, she is the alpha. between the two of them. He's kind of now challenging her a little bit. But she, oh, damn it, still on there, so I can't make the bed. So, yeah, I'm not going to correct her for that because she didn't do anything wrong. That is her spot when I'm not in it. And as I demonstrated previously, she will absolutely get off of that spot. And, you know, he understands. She's in charge. Isn't that right, Jack? Isn't that right? Well, you'll be the big bad alpha someday. Ah. All right. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, and one last thought on Thanksgiving food. A lot of stuff that we put into our food, I think it's like onions, garlic, and a bunch of other stuff. It's like really toxic for dogs. So be careful what you're giving your dogs. If you're one of those people that feed your dogs holiday treats and whatnot, I'm not going to knock you on that. Just please, please, please do your research to make sure that what you're giving them is okay. Garlic in very small amounts won't hurt your dogs, but remember it is toxic for dogs. Xylitol, which is a sweetener, an artificial sweetener, is extremely toxic to dogs. So whereas a little bit of garlic isn't going to hurt your dog, a little bit of xylitol will kill your dog. So not all foods are created equal there. Just because you can eat it doesn't mean they can. Alcohol, I've seen a lot of TikToks and Instagram posts about dogs getting drunk. For the love of God, don't give your dog alcohol. It's not making them drunk, it's taking them close to death. So I can't think of anything else I need to throw out or anything specific I can mention. So like and subscribe for more illegal dog fights.